Y'all, after all that's been going on lately, I haven't heard the media mention anything about this part of the story, the part I'm about to tell you, so well you should really listen close and imagine with me. Imagine the moment that fateful decision was made and he stayed in that frame of mind, the kind that pushed him all the way to the edge and over the ledge of his determined decision, free falling into the abyss of the unfortunate certainty. Oh, that taking a stance against knees on necks would cost him his life. See, you haven't heard about this part before. But amongst that crowd and in the middle of all that gore, where evil seemingly triumphed over the one whose head was on the floor, on the ground, people just standing around watching, hands nonchalantly in pockets, probably laughing inside. Yeah, amongst all of that stood a mysterious man whose mind was made up. So he showed up to save the day. Now, keep watching the scene. See, this guy, he's about to intervene, about to lean on in as the victim desperately gasps for air and lets out one more scream. I can't breathe. Oh, wait. I'm so sorry. My bad. For I think I may have had you thinking that I was speaking about our dear brother George Floyd. But that would be wrong. And that's a long, long way from the truth. For the victim I speak of is you. Yeah, you. Let me explain. See? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that in them is. And God said, let us make man in our image. So with hands outside of pocket, and bending down celestial knees, he fashioned a man, the one who holds the seven seas, breathes into nostrils, and man became a living soul. So how bold of you! You who were carefully and beautifully formed by hands outside pockets, who holds all the sands of time. You who breathe in his sublime air. Tell me, how is it fair? How is it just? How? I see, I must explain further. 'Cause you forgot how he heard all your cries and pitied all your groans as you moaned under the weight of your sin, being pressed down by guilt from within and without, by the devil standing with his knee on your neck. Tell me, how? How did you forget the way he leapt into action after seeing your need? For I told you he pushed himself all the way to the edge and over the ledge of his determined decision, free falling into the abyss and the mist surrounding a cross road in time between your need and his determined action to set you free. And that stance cost him his life. So after all that, how can you? How can we? How can it be that we're content to remain silent? We're playing fiddles while Rome burns, y'all. The world is exploding all around us. And where is our voice? Has this church made the choice to remain silent? Did he not say, this is the fast I have chosen, to loose the chains of injustice? To untie the yoke that's around your brother's neck, y'all, and set the oppressed free. Yes, social justice is the gospel wrapped in flesh. For on the sixth day, God breathed life into nostrils, and man became a living soul. But racism reverses the toll. The inhale for his exhale. Now I exhale what I inhale, because despite my pleas, the weight of the knees of all your silent voices is crushing my soul, taking its toll, forcing air out of lungs as wind blowing over chimes, accompanying the song sung by some repeatedly to the tune of that haunting melody. I can't breathe. every time you refuse to say something, every time you refuse to do something, it's the opposite of love. It's hate disguised as neutrality, wearing a mask of spirituality. It's nothing more than mere mirages of pool-filled deserts for dying, thirsty souls. I have a question, y'all, and it's related to the George Floyd situation. Now, just tell me plainly, would you have remained silent during the era of slavery? Would your voice have been muffled while your brothers and sisters were bought and sold, simply being told they were nothing but property? Would you have turned a blind eye while God's creation, kissed by the sun, swinging gently from trees as breeze, wished their souls goodbye prematurely from hangman's noose? Would you have buried your head in the sand while millions suffered under the master's lash? Tell me, and I have one more question, and then I'm about to dash. Just how much suffering must a soul endure before you find your voice and say something? Come on, let's stop, y'all. Let's stop hiding behind Christianity. The thin veil, that thin veil of focusing on heaven and the three angels' messages and plagues that come in groups of 7. No, the devil is no longer on your neck, so let your lungs be filled up with the breath God gave you. Find your voice and say something. Let the world know that you really believe that black lives do matter. Oh, let your voice for justice be raised and shatter the grip the enemy holds on this matter, this issue, this cause, for this is our call, our purpose. It's our fight, and it's not a black thing, nor a brown thing, it's our thing. And unless we all care about this thing, find our voices, vote, and do something, nothing will change. So, please, I beg you, speak up and say something. God bless you.